Well, hello everyone, this is comrade-Sirius. Welcome to another episode from Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and here we have a little bit of a complication, it seems. Yeah, we don't have fuel. Because, we have invited a lot and lots of trucks, and it's not great, apparently. Some of these trucks are running and they are able to get food, but definitely not all of them. But harvest has begun, and we have first 200 tons in our silos, so yeah, that's at least that's something. Can I just order guys to just, bring here a lot of food? Like, no, these are... yeah, this is the one. Well, they have 60%, but it's apparently not enough because like 50 trucks just came at one moment. This is apparently not the best thing when you have available only one small pumping station. So anyway, these guys will get home because they have nothing to do, and hopefully they will, get to work somehow. We can probably just, help them because all of these trucks are empty. So, yeah, something like that. I know that you cannot find any fuel at all, which, obviously happens. But hey, help should be on the way, as far as I know. You're going to refuel to the city, right? Oh, to this one. Yeah, that might not be the best idea, but... okay, it's just one truck. Fine. Besides the harvest, what has changed? I'm not buying this. What has changed? And, let me know when this is done, but it's obviously not the highest priority right now. We have this farm online. We are building roads down here, and I started, connecting all of the roads in the and paths in the adjacent Strychkov area, including some of these houses, I believe. Yeah, at least some of those should be done. Well, assigned, not done, but well, they are not now, so I will let them be worked on. Hopefully things should be soon. Things should be okay soon. This thing is not done, but we shouldn't need to wait that long for it, because this thing is getting supplied. So before any house will get built, we should be fine. And we are not having any power, and that's something that these guys have been working on. And yeah, even the power line is being worked on, so that should be fine. And you know what, this thing will probably get done pretty fast, so let me know when this power line is getting built. And once that thing is done, we might be allowing people to work at this kindergarten. Maybe. Who knows? That's the important question. Right. Now, we do have a lot of stuff to be worked on anyway. So we are not moving in people right now, but you know how it's working with me, right? I think you do. Let's make this episode a little short, because many things didn't happen. Let's put it this way. I was planning a lot, again, and I was planning and spending basically all episodes down here. First, about chemicals, we have new, water inlet from the river, because quality is enough. And apparently this thing, if you take a look at it, it can produce, or take in around about 150 meters squared. Well, not squared, but cubic meters, which is enough for about 4 chemical plants. Because if you take a look, 34 meters is maximum water consumption. 34 times 2 is almost 70. 70 times 2 is 140. That thing can do 150. So if your production overall wouldn't be too big, it might even be able to do 5 of those, but we have 4, so this one of these things is definitely enough. Now, if you remember, yeah, we've been having the cableway station, and we've been having wires that should include crops transport. And as you can see, we are getting to the area where those crops will get produced. And the area is down here. Here is also a big cableway station, and I know you don't see anything, but basically there are 3 factory connections. One of them leads to the silo, the other one is going to the farm, and they are all interconnected. I'm using the big cableway station for the simple reason that it has multiple factory connections. Didn't used to have, but now it has. So there should be 0 problems in transporting crops downwards. So that's about it. Here is a big farm, the same type as is down here. For 10 fields it should be definitely enough. So that's what we'll have. About those 10 fields, we are on a hill, on quite a steep hill. So in terms of production, we need about 3,000 tons of crops. That's around... If one big field can do with 100% productivity, can do about 3,000. We can easily get to like 150 production, 150% with just solid fertilizer. So that shouldn't be too big of an issue. But, you know, even if it would be just 100% productivity, that means 10 fields. 1, 2, this is, you know, a partial one. 3, this is a partial one, so both of these together are 4. These 2, I don't care, because they are small and probably a distribution office when we will be there, so that's just a placeholder. This is a medium one, so skipping that for a bit. 6, 7, 8. Well, and 5, because 5 we didn't have, this is a 5. These are bonus ones, these are bonus ones, and these 3 are totally not needed. What is needed, and that's where we'll go, is waste. We have this cableway that is supposed to be import waste cableway. Now, what are we going to do with it? This cableway is going to bring waste from mines, obviously, and also should bring waste from city of Bohunice. Bohunice are right here. If you would be interested where in Prague we are up here at the top part, at the north, and in real time, the old village of Bohunice do look like this. And yes, there is something like a hill, and there is a church on it. That's why the church is here. It's not a coincidence. Also, right next to the church, there is a big area of sanatorium, I would say. It's for mentally ill, and you know, people call it a crazy house and crazy park, but there are a lot of people that just, you know, have been not so lucky in life, and they can be treated there and released back to public, we can say. And including one of my friends was there for a while. Lovely girl. But yeah, things can happen. She had like bipolar stuff. Yeah, that can happen. If it overwhelms you and you get suicidal tendencies, it's not a great thing to have, and you probably want to fight it. That's what she did, by the way. So, but we need to get this cableway up there, and this is a hill, and here are a lot of fields right now. We do not want to cross the other cableway. We would be able to, if we would really want to, probably through this way, which honestly is not so bad idea, because then down here we would be able to process waste from different areas. A, from the city. B, maybe even from, you know, all of this. And C, we would be able to maybe join in some, probably again, a cableway from the actual mining area. Let's start thinking about it. I will put this on so you see at least something. We will obviously work with heavy cableways. Now this is a station and we do not need, or at least should not need, this entrance. This is just for crops, so we do not care. So if I would place it down here, we shouldn't have too big of an issue crossing of those rails. Yeah, this thing is connected. Cableways can go over buildings. So that's why I'm not too afraid. And yeah, apparently this feels fine. We'll wait with this for a while. Now, can we get through the area on the other side? Not like this. We would need to go under the other cableway. We shouldn't go too low, because now we are in a collision with the previous one. So we can either go over them or under them. And we must not cross those roads. So if I will go down here, and yeah, you can see we can go a little lower. This pylon is actually fine. It has one small detail which I do not like about it, and that is the fact it's the second highest. And the second highest pylon in the game can catch fire, unlike any other. So the question is, can I just get away with only big pylons? And it feels like I can. So yeah, those cableways will cross each other. And now it's just a matter of time to get them down here. It's actually very simple, but to be fair, this is also the second highest and not the highest one. So there is a little problem right now for us. I cannot build the pylon on the same place. The reason is there is this small footpath. The small footpath actually really doesn't need to be here, at least in the planning phase, because it's making things too complicated for, you know, no gain at all. So how are we? What is the problem here? Are we just too high? Yeah, it feels like it. So there's no... It's looking like there's no way around here. At least, you know... At least like this. Can I bully it into actually giving me what I want? No. I would need to get along with the second highest pylon. I can do it. But I need to have one condition, and that is good fire station access. Yeah, it feels like these two can get connected for whatever reason, so it's fine. And yeah, no purple, so that means they are all, you know, connected. Now they are not, but when they will be built, it will get done. This means one thing. Here is a road. It will get gravelled probably in the future. Also, this part will probably get gravelled sooner or later. This one sooner, because that's the main road. If we need to have a chance of, you know, extinguishing this side down, we need to have a fire station. Fire stations have a reach of around 1500 meters. Bohnice are quite close. So the thing we really need here is, well, absolutely simple, and that means a fire station. I think I will even build the early start one, because again, that thing has no need for heating at all. So with this out of the way, we might continue. Now again, the village as is will probably not stay here. We planned railway station. If we would ever need one, I don't know, but we have a railway station here. We probably will need one because we will need to get workers towards the back area. We'll also have a cargo station, so that might be also utilized in the future. So we'll see what future will bring. But this fire station should be in range of this, so we should be covered. And this pylon should get covered as well. Now, big pylons do not burn, so that's where we will go. There are no pylons now here, so we are absolutely safe. And therefore we can build this. I don't know what is better, if it's to plant those pylons or then remove the road nodes. Probably the pylons and then remove road nodes, because that feels like much nicer option. And we need to get down here. That's probably job for at least two more of these. So let's go with this, because if we are building railroad somewhere towards the, potential future. It's called refinery. Yeah, refinery, that's the word. If we are going to build a refinery, we definitely need to have rails there. So that's why we are planning these guys. And we need to be able to cross those rails with our cableway. Here we are. And this should get us all connected. Yep, we're great. That's cool. Are we going to build something here? Not yet. I will just connect these to the road, because we will need a way to, A, have them built, and B, maintain them. These guys will get replaced. This one has no connection. This one has no connection. This one will need a footpath to actually get built. So we'll make here one. This is a very steep hill. If we are going to implement something like a path, we might as well make it believable. So like this. And make it connected. This one is fine. This one is also fine. This one is not, but now is. This one is tricky. But it feels like there's no problem at all. Yeah, let's control for, more smoother stuff. Now, good thing to think about, basically. We will have a cableway. You cannot have a cableway to prioritize what you are going to put in it. Cableway, if presented with options, will always load mixed waste. In terms of, waste cableway. That's what we are having here. So you must not connect it to a mine, but we are not having a mine here. That is, you know, I think we can understand, or we all can understand this. But we need to give it away to load stuff that we wanted to load, and to also load other stuff that will go elsewhere. Does it sound too complicated? Probably is. But hey, we'll do something about it anyway. Well, now we will end up here basically with 3 types of stuff. This one is connected to a separation plant, to general separation. So this thing can consume a lot of mixed waste, and might even sort it, and it can consume it from down here as well. No issue, no problem. Because this is mixed in, this is hazmat. Hazmat goes here. It will get connected in the future. But if hazmat will get delivered here, we'll need a truck that will, you know, load it and transport it here. That we can have. These things have 2 parking spots, so that's what we'll have. The first question is, do we allow any other waste type to get transported here? From coal mining, which is something that's bound to happen here, we have basically 2 types of stuff. One of them is mixed waste, burnable mixed waste, which we can burn. And the other type is you know, how it's called? Construction waste. It's arable, basically, so a construction waste. You have 2 ways of processing this in a cableway and in waste processing. As I told you, cableway always prefers mixed waste. So you need to either have quite higher capacity to get through all the construction waste, as well as the mixed waste, or you simply say, fuck all, you will not sort out anything out, which you can do, and you can leave it all as a mixed waste, get it transported towards the waste processing area, and down there, those guys will pull out the waste, the actual construction waste, and they will move it forward. Now, what the trick is, and I can show you in a proper, already built separation plant. What you have here is separation effectivity. And that means that if you deliver 100 tons of metal scrap, for example, those 87% effectivity means that out of every 100 tons of metal scrap mixed in already in whatever amount mixed waste you have, you'll get 87 tons over time into this as the separation plant will process. That's, you know, an aggregate storage. And the remaining 13% will become other waste. Other waste is the thing you can see down here, the second from bottom, ostatní odpad, that's in Czech. And that thing is part to this. Now you can see ostatní odpad is down here over 50%. And if you look at effectivity of incinerator, ostatní odpad is down here, the other waste, and that's 80% burnable. Which means from every 100 tons of other waste you deliver here, 80% gets burned and away instantly, and the other 20% remains here as ash. Which, by the way, is the good reason to burn bio-waste. If you're not sorting it, it's easier to burn bio-waste and not fertilizer, because from fertilizer you can burn only 30%, so that means 100 tons of bio-waste will render 30 tons of ash, 100 tons of fertilizer will render 70 tons of ash. It's the remaining part. The effectivity means how much you do. And that's why burnable waste is 100% burnable, so when you burn it and you have no ash, right? I think we understand each other. If not, you can rewind and, do it again. Back to our construction waste. Construction waste is 65% has 65% effectivity. You know what that means? That means that out of every 100 tons of construction waste that you deliver mixed in the mixed waste, you are able to burn 35 tons of it. And you only need to sort out and, process further from, obviously, this aggregate storage. You need to only take out 65 tons of every 100 tons you deliver in. Which feels right. It feels okay, and I really like it. So I'm inclined, right now, to just, leave everything in. And just go with the flow. And hopefully from these mines and these mines, there wouldn't be too much of waste. If there will be, I will need to add something like a pre-incinerator. That's what that's a term I invented. Pre-incinerator basically means that if we would have too much of waste, I will simply add a small incinerator right to this area, let it burn everything that it can burn, most of the mixed waste, reduce it to ash and construction waste that will be left there, and will ferry only the remaining parts. And the same might happen down there. Even more crucially, those things will also produce hazardous waste, which is a thing we need to accommodate. So let's try to do something with it right now. What I just thought means we need a loading station for the waste. There are two options, and hey, we can do the way it was done previously, which means you will just have this connection and you will set up one waste transfer at the end. One big waste transfer is usually enough. So I don't see anything particularly wrong with that setup. We might go big, just because we can. So, we are going to go up here on the plateau. We will terraform it to make it a plateau, because yeah, that's why we are doing it. Come on, a little bit more, good. Yeah, I'm not making big level spaces. Why not? Why we need to? Always go with waste transfers. A, they are very easy to set up. B, dumps can get clogged up with, little traceable amounts. C, it's easier to send vehicles to this. And B and D, you can actually have multiple waste types stored in here. Which, for a city, you can have, hazardous waste and a mixed waste and even construction waste if it would really need it to be. For example, for a demolition office, right? So, yeah, that's what we'll have. The big station used to have only one factory connection. It was this one, that's why the ramp is there. We enhanced it with Richard, so now it has 4 connection, and it has, the asphalt part around, so it doesn't look too awful. So what we are going to do right now with all of this is that we can actually have it like this. That feels okay. 1 and that's 2. Yeah, that's not working. Okay. You know what? This will be for our city. This will be for Bohnice. Now, here, on the other hand, there might be one or even two waste transfers. Why two? Because we will have two directions from which. Well, not from which, but from where the waste will come. And that's these two. What do I mean? I told you that we are going to ferry waste from two sites. One of those sites, and we definitely need just a small unloading station for this. One of those sites is going to be the area in Chimice. I do not need to turn this, you know, all around, though to be fair, I probably can, because it would feel better. To look better, so this is it. Yep, I'm just extending the plateau over time. Not a little bit, but for quite a lot. But you know why, so that's okay. Yep, heavy cableway pole all the way up. Can we actually get a road through there? We can, so I think that's fine. Let's actually do it. Yeah, we can't. We can't. Okay, so down here, make a cableway, go up, rotate, road under. Cool. All I ever wanted to. By the way, yeah, these things will need to have a connection as well. By the way, this underpass will definitely lead to this area. Don't worry. Those things, those investments I made will not be wasted. We can actually have the road just go above the rails. Why? Because it would look fine. So that's what we are doing. We can have it like this. We can, yeah, we can have it like this and go back a little bit. We can go down here and go back a little bit, and then, yeah, then go down. Yeah, feels fine. I like how it turned out. This thing obviously can connect here, and we have all the infrastructure connected. These are one cableways towards Chimice. We will need to make a collection point somewhere here at the back. We will also need technical services. Probably quite a big one. And they will collect and dump it all here. Or probably those technical services will be somewhere around here. So they can, you know, make all the roads clear. Feels like a good idea altogether. Yeah, why not build it right away? Because that thing is definitely not here. Big ones for 15 cars, because that thing is definitely needed. And, well, hopefully it will be fine. Hopefully. Not sure, but this is all I can do for it right now. Yes, we are building fuck ton of stuff. You know me. I will build the trash while we get there. Or but to be fair, we can do it pretty easily right now. To demonstrate what we want. Because, yeah, this is a mine, and the mine will need some road entrance. And also, you know, footpath entrance so people can actually get there. This thing is a very interesting part. Why is this why is the mine here? One probably will not be needed like at all, but well. How did I plan to get a road up here? Like, what the? And how did I plan to get a road up here? That's even better question. Yeah, feels like this is. Feel like this might be the answer, actually. Come on, come on. Yeah. This is taken as fine. So we can just plop it there and... Yeah, why it was such a problem? It will be bumpy as fuck because, yeah, that's how the game is working, but hey, at least it allows me to place it. Yeah, I can do something like this, but I'm not sure it will smoothen it up or make it worse. Probably both. And yeah, this is cool. This is cool. Come on. Yay! We can get through here. And yeah, we will be able to connect. Well, I was worried a little bit, like, yeah, can we? And yeah, we can, so that's cool. What the fuck is this thing, actually? Oh, that's coal transport towards our... Yeah, like, you know. That's a coal cableway that will one day go down here to Chimice. Yeah, that's a project for another time. I'm glad I just met it, so... Yeah, that's what we'll have. We're fine, right? We're fine. We are fine, don't worry. And we are connected, so don't worry even more. So yeah, we have technical services. There will be lots of trucks. We will have some waste stands that can have even assigned vehicles. Especially if we are not going to... You know what? You know, it's called... We are not going to sort. So that's just one truck per stand. Super easy. Super easy to do. So somewhere behind all of this, even if you would like to make brakes or something like that, like hello to Zdeněk, and yeah, that's fine. We can actually just, you know, build this. And what we'll have is a very simple setup, and I will just place it right behind the mine. Again, very important part. Do not place it directly connected to the mine. Because if I would ever decide to, you know, sort out, it wouldn't work. So what we'll get is a road connection. Nothing wrong with a road connection. And I will give it this waste transfer as an input. Why here? Why not 5 meters? I don't care. Just place in it. Because we do not need this space anyway. So we can just cableway through there. And this is a drop-off for all the waste we are going to ferry. Cable cars will be here with wait until loaded. And they will, you know, pick up only this thing. If there would be a problem, if there would be too much waste, all I would need is to pick a very small incinerator and just plop it down here or down here, wouldn't matter. Make it a separate drop-off for, you know, local waste, obviously. Find out how to get workers there, which is not that far away. And there we would go. And yeah, just so we do not forget, this is also a cableway station. And what we need now is to only connect these two. So that's what we'll do. And then we prepare for the same thing to happen on the other side. What I mean the other side? The other side is this. We do not need this cableway right now. All we know now is that we will probably need it in the future. And this one will get waste from all the way up here, where all the uranium will get processed and, you know, worked on and so on. Not very necessary right now, but it would be very foolish to not do it and not prepare for that. So this is what we have, and this second cableway will not get connected to anything. Don't worry. Well, don't worry, just... Yeah, it will not. What we'll do is we will place a pylon, so we know we can get over our roads. The general direction is, yeah, over there. this is where it will stay. And in, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years, you know how fast things work in this game. So we are ready for what future holds for us. And that's the most important part. Let's do 2 last things for right now. One of those is that we will need technical services. And while technical services, which will have a waste drop-off down here, would actually absolutely make sense down here, it's not the greatest option for them. You know why? Because these are, what they are called, fire station, fire crew, and we will need to clear road for them as well. This is a fuel station. These are firemen. So it feels like the best spot for technical services, big technical services, is around here. So these guys have, you know, kind of a special and well-rounded treatment. So if anything would burn in the city or around, they would take care about it. And as long as this building do not need workers at all, it feels actually okay to put it down here. It's slightly on a hill, so it might not be the best use case. So, you know what? This is probably a fine spot to have this thing. Yes, this is a road to fields. Fields are fine, fields are okay. There will be no winter service road. There will be a coverage for, you know, a cargo area that we have here and for the city. So that feels fine. And the last thing that we need to do is simply to pick those things and plan it. If you are unaware or, you know, unsure of where you want to go, you just pick the measurement, connect those 2 spots, and you have it. And then the only thing you need is to place pylons. If you press F2, you will actually see topography, so it will not look too way off. And we can just actually go around placing them on top of stuff. And yeah, here we go. Do we want to make them a footpath or a road? I don't know. Well, I do know one thing. And that thing I do know is it doesn't matter that much, but would work probably better if we would have a road connection. So we can connect those 2 areas. So even though I made them footpath available, at this particular instance, I do not insist on them being connected to just a footpath. So that's probably all for now and all for today. This is a road that will probably just turn around like this. We do not have a fuel station down here anywhere. We have one behind, but that's like, yeah, that's here. It's not the best spot because we have fire station down here. So probably next to the coal power plant, because yeah, stacking burnables together feels fine. I didn't want a fire station. Yeah, I know it's next to a fire station, but that doesn't mean I want it to be next to one. I think we can take some liberties with this. Yeah, that's one. Well, nothing wrong. It will just, you know, get connected once its time will come. So this is fine. This thing will get connected to the main road once it's completed. This thing will get connected yeah, they will all just, you know, get connected to one another. So that's where we'll go. And this one will probably stay just a muddy forest road, reminding us that not everything needs to have asphalt or, you know, even gravel. So that's where we are. That's where we are connected. And hopefully you like the episode. And we will meet us at the next one. Bye bye.